Your life is slipping away right now as you watch this video, but you still have time to change everything. This isn't just another motivational speech. What you're about to hear could fundamentally alter the course of your life if you truly listen and take action. We're going to delve deep into why focusing on yourself isn't selfish. It's absolutely crucial for your survival and success in this rapidly changing world. You might be wondering, why should I watch this? What makes it different from all the other self-help content out there? Well, let me tell you, this isn't about quick fixes or empty promises. We're going to explore the raw, sometimes uncomfortable truths about personal growth and why the time to act is now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right this very moment. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of why prioritizing yourself is not just important, but absolutely critical for your future. You'll gain insights into how to overcome the obstacles holding you back and practical strategies to start transforming your life today. This isn't just about motivation. It's about lighting a fire under you that will propel you towards the life you've always dreamed of, but maybe thought was out of reach. So, buckle up. We're about to embark on a journey that could change everything. It won't be easy, but I promise you, it will be worth it. Time. It's the one resource we can never get back. The one thing that keeps ticking away regardless of our wishes or desires. And yet, how many of us truly understand its value? We waste it scrolling through social media, binge-watching TV shows, or simply procrastinating on the things that truly matter. But here's the harsh truth. While you're wasting time, others are out there seizing opportunities, growing and building the lives they want. Think about it. 5 years ago, where did you think you'd be today? Are you there? If not, why? The brutal reality is that for most people, the answer lies in a lack of focus on personal growth and development. We get caught up in the day-to-day grind, telling ourselves we'll focus on our dreams someday. But someday isn't a day of the week, and it certainly isn't guaranteed. The world is changing at an unprecedented rate. Technologies that seemed like science fiction a decade ago are now commonplace. Industries are being disrupted left and right. The skills that were valuable yesterday might be obsolete tomorrow. In this rapidly evolving landscape, the only way to stay ahead is to focus on yourself, to continuously learn, grow, and adapt. But it's not just about career success or financial stability. It's about the quality of your life as a whole. Your relationships, your health, your sense of purpose and fulfillment. All of these are directly impacted by how much you invest in yourself. When you neglect your own growth, you're not just short-changing yourself. You're short-changing everyone around you. You can't pour from an empty cup, as the saying goes. So why do we struggle so much with this? Why do we find it so hard to prioritize ourselves? Part of it is societal conditioning. We're taught from a young age to put others first, to be selfless. And while generosity and compassion are admirable traits, they shouldn't come at the cost of your own well-being and growth. There's a big difference between being selfish and being self-focused, and it's crucial to understand this distinction. Another reason we struggle is fear. Fear of change, fear of failure, fear of success even. We get comfortable in our routines, even if they're not serving us well. The known, no matter how unfulfilling, often feels safer than the unknown. But here's the thing, that comfort zone you're clinging to? It's an illusion. In today's world, there's no such thing as true stability unless you create it for yourself through continuous growth and adaptation. Let's talk about regret for a moment. It's a powerful emotion, isn't it? That gnawing feeling in the pit of your stomach when you realize you've missed an opportunity, when you look back and think, if only I had. Now, imagine yourself 10, 20, 30 years from now. What will you regret more? Taking chances on yourself, investing in your growth, even if it means facing some failures along the way, or playing it safe, staying where you are, and watching life pass you by. I've seen it time and time again. People who wait until it's too late to start focusing on themselves. They hit their 40s, 50s, or 60s and suddenly realize they've spent their entire lives building someone else's dream, neglecting their own passions and potential. And while it's never too late to start, why wait? Why not start now, when you have more time, more energy, more opportunities ahead of you? Think about the compounding effect of personal growth. Just like compound interest in finance, small, consistent investments in yourself over time can lead to exponential results. Learning a new skill today might open doors you can't even imagine 5 years from now. Taking care of your health now could add years of quality life in the future. Working on your emotional intelligence and relationships today could lead to deeper, more fulfilling connections for decades to come. But here's the catch. This compounding effect works both ways. Every day you neglect yourself, every opportunity for growth you pass up, compounds into lost potential, missed chances, and unfulfilled dreams. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? The idea that by not focusing on yourself, you're actively choosing a lesser version of your life. So, what does it really mean to focus on yourself? It's not about being selfish or ignoring your responsibilities. It's about making a commitment to your own growth and well-being. It's about setting boundaries, learning to say no to things that don't serve you, and yes to things that challenge and expand you. It's about taking the time to understand yourself, your values, your passions, your strengths, and yes, even your weaknesses. It means investing in your education, not just formal schooling, but continuous learning in all areas of life. It means taking care of your physical health through proper nutrition, exercise, and rest. It means nurturing your mental and emotional well-being, perhaps through meditation, therapy, or simply taking time for self-reflection. It means pursuing your passions and cultivating your talents, even if they don't seem practical at first glance. Focusing on yourself also means being willing to face uncomfortable truths. It means looking in the mirror and honestly assessing where you are in life, where you want to be, and what's holding you back. This isn't always easy. In fact, it can be downright painful. But growth often comes from discomfort, from pushing beyond our current limitations. Consider this. Every great achievement in human history came from someone who was willing to focus on their vision, to put in the work, to face criticism and doubt, both from others and from within themselves. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't wait for the right time. They started where they were, with what they had, and they committed to their own growth and development. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, but I have responsibilities. I have a family to take care of, bills to pay. I don't have the luxury of focusing on myself. And I get it. Life is demanding. But here's the thing. By investing in yourself, by growing and improving, you become better equipped to handle those responsibilities. You become more efficient, more resilient, more capable of creating the life you want not just for yourself, but for those who depend on you. Think about it like this. When you're on an airplane, what do they tell you about oxygen masks? Put your own first before helping others. Why? Because if you pass out from lack of oxygen, you can't help anyone else. The same principle applies to life. By taking care of yourself, by focusing on your own growth and well-being, you put yourself in a better position to take care of others and contribute to the world around you. Let's talk about time for a moment. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. So why do some people seem to accomplish so much more than others? It's not about having more time. It's about how you use the time you have. It's about priorities. When you truly commit to focusing on yourself, you start to see time differently. You become more intentional about how you spend it. You start to cut out the things that don't serve you, the mindless scrolling, the toxic relationships, the unfulfilling obligations. Instead, you start to fill your time with activities that energize you, that challenge you, that move you closer to your goals. You start to see every day as an opportunity for growth, every interaction as a chance to learn something new. This shift in perspective can be truly transformative. But let's be real, this isn't always easy. There will be days when you don't feel like putting in the effort, when the couch and Netflix seem a lot more appealing than working on your goals. And that's okay. Growth isn't linear. You'll have setbacks. You'll have moments of doubt. The key is to keep coming back to your commitment to yourself, to remember why you started this journey in the first place. Remember, too, that focusing on yourself doesn't mean you have to do it all alone. In fact, seeking support and guidance is a crucial part of personal growth. Find mentors, join communities of like-minded individuals, surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. There's incredible power in connection, in shared experiences and mutual support. Let's talk about the cost of not focusing on yourself. It's not just about missed opportunities or unfulfilled potential. It's about the slow erosion of your spirit, the gradual dimming of your light. When you neglect yourself, when you constantly put your own needs and dreams on the back burner, you're sending a powerful message to yourself and to the world that you don't matter. And over time, you might start to believe it. This can lead to a host of negative consequences. Resentment can build up, both towards others and towards yourself. You might find yourself feeling stuck, frustrated, maybe even depressed. Your relationships can suffer as you struggle to give from an empty well. Your health, both physical and mental, can decline as stress takes its toll. And perhaps most insidiously, you might lose touch with who you truly are and what you really want out of life. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be this way. No matter where you are right now, no matter how long you've neglected your own growth and well-being, you can start to turn things around. And it starts with a decision to make yourself a priority, a decision to invest in your own growth and development, a decision to focus on yourself before it's too late. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Isn't this all a bit selfish? And I want to address that head-on. There's a big difference between being selfish and being self-focused. Selfishness is about taking from others, about putting your wants above everyone else's needs. Being self-focused, on the other hand, is about taking responsibility for your own life and growth. It's about becoming the best version of yourself so that you can contribute more to the world around you. Think about it like this. Have you ever been on a flight where they give the safety instructions? They always say that in case of an emergency, you should put your own oxygen mask on first before helping others. Why? Because if you pass out from lack of oxygen, you can't help anyone else. The same principle applies in life. By taking care of yourself, by focusing on your own growth and well-being, you put yourself in a better position to take care of others and contribute to the world around you. Moreover, when you focus on your own growth and pursue your passions, you become an inspiration to others. You show them what's possible. You create a ripple effect that can impact far more lives than just your own. By becoming the best version of yourself, you give others permission to do the same. Let's talk about fear for a moment. Fear is often what holds us back from focusing on ourselves. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. But here's the thing about fear. It's rarely as big or as scary as we make it out to be in our minds. Most of the things we fear never actually happen. And even when they do, we're often more capable of handling them than we give ourselves credit for. So instead of letting fear hold you back, use it as a compass. If something scares you, it might just be worth doing. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Every time you face a fear, every time you push past your perceived limitations, you expand your world. You become stronger, more resilient, more confident. Think about the people you admire most in your life. the ones who inspire you, who seem to have it all together. I can almost guarantee you that they didn't get there by accident. They got there by focusing on themselves, by consistently investing in their own growth and development. They made a choice, the same choice that's available to you right now. Now, I'm not saying this journey will be easy. It won't be. There will be challenges. There will be setbacks. There will be days when you feel like giving up. But I promise you, it will be worth it. Because on the other side of those challenges is a version of yourself that you can't even imagine right now. A version that's stronger, more confident, more fulfilled. A version that's living life on their own terms, pursuing their passions, making a real difference in the world. So, where do you start? It begins with awareness. Take a good, honest look at your life right now. Where are you thriving? Where are you struggling? What areas have you been neglecting? What dreams have you been putting off? This isn't about judgment. It's about getting clear on where you are so you can figure out where you want to go. Next, set some goals. Not vague, wishy-washy goals, but specific, measurable ones. Where do you want to be in 6 months? A year? 5 years? What skills do you want to develop? What experiences do you want to have? What kind of person do you want to become? Write these goals down. Make them real. Make them tangible. Then, create a plan. Break those big goals down into smaller, manageable steps. What can you do today, this week, this month to move closer to where you want to be? Remember, it's not about making huge, overnight changes. It's about consistent, daily progress. Small actions, taken consistently over time, lead to big results. Commit to lifelong learning. In today's rapidly changing world, the ability to learn and adapt is perhaps the most valuable skill you can develop. Read books, take courses, seek out new experiences. Be curious. Ask questions. Challenge your assumptions. The more you learn, the more you grow, and the more opportunities open up for you. Take care of your physical and mental health. Your body and mind are the vehicles through which you experience life. Treat them well. Eat nutritious food. Exercise regularly. Get enough sleep. Practice mindfulness or meditation. Seek therapy if you need it. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's necessary. Surround yourself with the right people. Jim Rohn famously said that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. Seek out people who inspire you, who challenge you, who support your growth. And don't be afraid to distance yourself from those who bring you down or hold you back. Finally, take action. Knowledge without action is useless. All the self-help books in the world won't make a difference if you don't apply what you learn. So start today, right now. Take one small step towards focusing on yourself and your growth. Then take another, and another. Before you know it, you'll have built momentum that will carry you forward. Remember, it's never too late to start focusing on yourself. But the best time to start is now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when things settle down or when the timing is perfect. Now, because the truth is, there will never be a perfect time. There will always be challenges, always be reasons to put it off. But your life is happening right now, at this moment. Don't let it slip away. You have within you everything you need to create an extraordinary life. You have potential that you haven't even begun to tap into. But that potential will remain just that, potential, unless you make the choice to focus on yourself, to invest in your own growth and development. So I challenge you right here, right now. Make that choice. Commit to yourself. Commit to your growth. Commit to becoming the best version of yourself, because the world needs that version of you. Your family, your friends, your community, they all benefit when you show up as your best self. But most importantly, you deserve it. You deserve to live a life that excites you, that fulfills you, that allows you to express the fullness of who you are. The choice is yours. What will you do with it?